Okay, so last week you guys should have painted more than one. I only finished one. Practice facial features using the complementary color pairs that we made the grid with. So here are my complementary color, like skin tone grids. And here is my practice using, I actually used the red and the green, I think, with this one and added in just that little bit of blue to make it a little more brown. And even like things like her eyelashes, that is, I believe, the purple and the yellow. Maybe that's, well. And the only other like non-complementary color I used was out here with her scarf. So this was done using just complementary colors to create those practices. So hopefully you did a couple of different ones so that you get the feel for doing a couple of different like skin tone colorations. Your assignment this week is to make a full portrait. So if you came and picked up the supply kit, you have these 4 portraits that you can use with the sheet of transfer paper to put onto a full-size sheet of paper. It doesn't matter to me if you want to use the watercolor paper, those single sheets that I sent home with you, or if you want to use the stuff that I keep calling the sketchbook paper, which is the folded in half paper. If you didn't pick up the supply kit, or if for some reason one of these 4 faces doesn't make you happy, right? Because this actually fits on here really nice. You could use the transfer paper, go ahead and transfer the whole thing and begin painting. Remembering that it's just about using these complementary colors is really the best way to make skin tones the most realistic. If one of these guys doesn't make you happy, I have posted in Google Classroom this PowerPoint that has all of the faces in color in it. So you can see I have, I've got it up here on my Chromebook. So here is the PowerPoint, and I've enlarged the faces so you can see that they're all sideways so that you get a big one. And if I go up here and just click the present button so that it fills the screen, what I can do now is I can go through and I can choose one of these. Remember to up the brightness of your screen so that it goes as bright as it can go. And now I can take a sheet of this paper, that sketchbook paper, and it's just thin enough. Like, you guys can't see that, I don't think. But oh, there. Now you can see that her face, like, just shows through the paper. So I can take my pencil now and I can transfer her this way. I can trace her. I do just want to make sure that I'm being really gentle with my Chromebook screen and that I'm not pushing like too hard. But this actually works really well, and it gives you the same size like portrait face as using the transfer paper, oops, and the printouts from school. So either way works. Like I said, I've put lots and lots and lots more photos in so that you have all kinds of choices, all kinds of faces to choose or pick from. You're not just limited to the 4 that I was able to print. So, like I said, if you are feeling like one of those 4 just isn't doing it for you, by all means, go ahead and do this way. Her hand is in here. And trace the portrait using your Chromebook screen, please don't lay it down. I want you to crack the screen, and I'm pushing pretty lightly. I don't want huge dark pencil lines anyway, especially being I'm tracing around some of the shadows on her face. I'm trying to be really light, and I'll probably try to lighten some of those up with an eraser too, just so I don't have a bunch of lines in my painting. But you can see that I have her, or not, there we go, transferred. Ta-da! So you can go ahead and either use the printouts that got sent, or you can go ahead and use the Chromebook screen, either way. And then go ahead and just begin painting using those complementary colors. So like looking at her skin tone and comparing it to my complementary color chart, I am probably going to use that red and green, the pinky red and the green combination, just because that gives me this sort of warmer brown kind of color. And I'll use the blue where I get to make the darker brown in some of her shadows, because you can see if you look at her, like her shadows on the computer screen almost look blue or purple, and so that's going to be the plan for making her portrait using complementary colors. I'm also posting a video from an Instagram artist, and she has some tips on creating a painting of a portrait using watercolor, just to kind of refresh your memory on some of those steps. And I'll also create and make a portrait painting video as well, but I wanted to make sure you guys went ahead and got started with this. This painting is the last painting that you'll do if you're a senior, and so it will be due for you then on, I believe your last day is either Thursday or Friday. So you do need to make sure that you finish it and get it turned in by the end of the week.